Hey y'all, it's Ryan. So, my question that I had um, for discussing and talking about social studies was how do you teach social studies effectively? Um, and just looking at the course objectives, I really found, I believe it was the second one that I related to the most, which was students will explore the field of social studies and they will understand what social studies actually is. Because some students just think social studies is history, and in reality, there's more to that. And I think that with how to motivate students to love social studies and, just teaching it the right way, we have to be able to make sure that these historical topics are brought to life, whether they are hands on, whether they are, you know, visuals or, things that can help the student like grasp, an understanding of it clearly. Um, and yeah, I feel like that teaching social studies effectively has a lot to do with, making sure one can really understand it and really like be able to reflect on what they've learned. So we have to give students control over what they learn, um, whether that is acting out historical events, but sometimes there can be, you know, some things that can happen within that. For example, I always think about like when teachers talk about Black History Month. And Black History Month is so important to me that I feel that I always want to incorporate that within my classroom. Um, just so if I have students that relate to it, they can feel welcome and they can feel that, okay, I do feel like I belong. Or talking about specific holidays and months that relate to them, I believe is important as well. But just if you were to act out something from Black History Month, or not from Black History Month, but if you were to act out something that's, I'd say, related to Black History Month, whether that is the bus boycott, you kind of have to know the right words to say, the things that you do, and make sure that it is not offensive, not targeting one or putting them down like on purpose, but knowing that there is a purpose and that there is a takeaway from the activity or the lesson, which I believe is important. And I feel like that's how students can explore because they can see that, okay, there are different ways that I can learn about social studies and I can take something away each time I learn about it. Um, and yeah, I believe that's important. And areas I would like to explore in the future um, would definitely be having controversial conversations. I've never been someone that's wanted to debate with others. And a lot of times, like if there is a debate going on, I like to sit and listen and just let people kind of voice their opinions. And then it's like I think about it and I reflect, like, I agree with that. Or if I don't, you know, I have a way of like saying, like, hey, like I don't agree and like this is why. But I think like I would want to do more of that just to get students to understand that they do have a perspective and that it matters. Um, and I hope and how I expect to keep learning, just being open to new ideas, new perspectives. Being a person of color, I can, teach others things about my culture and about my race, and vice versa, whether that is having white students, Latinx students, or even, just Middle Eastern or Asian students, just making sure that everyone is inclusive and belonging within the space. Yeah. Thanks.